Welcome to Hands-on 2 for 10th and maybe last episode for this mini-series. We went from the start of the tutorial to honestly we're really at the end game now. We have multiple islands, we have already done most of the research, most of the vehicles, etc. There's just a couple of more things we have to do. First one is here, the steelworks. We haven't started to make steel, and this is definitely one of those end-game production that we need. So let's check it out. Here it is. It requires electricity. Good thing we have some iron and some coal. Let's see if I put one people. Okay, one people is not going to be a lot. So let's try to put two. My electricity is a bit down. We're going to check that in a sec. But most importantly, I need to increase my iron. Whoa. Well, this is crazy. This thing is costing 2 iron, 2 full iron every 12 seconds. My production of iron is not keeping up with this. So we're definitely going to need to put more people there. So let's continue. We're still too low. Let's check it out. Yeah, we're at 1.5. Oh my word. Okay, so I'm going to work on this. But in the meantime, I also want to do a couple of these.
What kind of trick? There's something you could help me with. And I've never had a wish turned. I may be ancient.
Okay, so we want to basically get those missions to get very high on her trust, and we're already pretty high with her, so it's not a problem. What does she actually want? She wants a package delivered over here. Okay, sure thing.
Let's go.
But I also want to do it with all the other ones, to get them all to 100%.
What's the plan?
It's funny, they all want to deliver to each other, basically. And for this one,
now that's what you would be much better. The finest.
I'm at the wheel.
same. This one basically wants to deliver over here. So we're gonna do all of those deliveries, right? Then I also wanted to show you that we have done a lot of the research. There's only one left, the solar power system. So let's do this. Speaking of which, let's check out our power. Oh, we are just barely into positive here, but it's okay. We are in positive, so that's something. And in terms of the expeditions, we have done most of the expedition in Sector 3. There is only one left, the reactor building over here. It's gonna require, one of these things. Okay, is that really the only requirement? Okay, or maybe. So let's take one of my vehicle. Let's get that thing. I'm sure we have one. Yes. Okay, and let's go to it. That's the last one. We should do it together. Okay.
Sometimes you just have to ask the right.
So first delivery done. Oh, this guy is now pretty happy. Not at the maximum, but he's getting there. Anybody else? We have arrived here, so let's do that. Come around the entrance and let's do this expedition.
The reactor building, the heart of the power plant. There's no doubt that the most radiation comes out of this place. Whether we like it or not, we have to go in and find out what if we connect it. The generator's running and supplying electricity. A massive reactor lid, and it's still completely intact. Chances are it was delivered as a spare part and never used for replacement.
That's good.
The generator's running and supplying electricity.
I don't know if we need to go there. Oh, yes, we do.
I'm in.
I click on
A
it.
massive reactor lid, and it's still completely intact. Chances are it was a massive reactor lid, and it's still completely intact. After all this time, if we can take hold of the reactor lid with a crane. After all this
we
time,
need a
there's still a
crane,
lot
okay.
of radiation coming out
So
of
I
the
guess
reactor.
we're gonna need to go.
Here's an old Geiger counter. The needle stopped moving. It shows 3.6 Röntgen. I'll take a look. The power in the reactor building has been restored. On the road.
Let's go even higher. Hopefully the crane is there.
Let's do this. The generator's running and supplying electricity. Let's go. I'm in. There's a note glued to the wall here. It's barely readable, but it says, "Not great, not terrible. I'll handle it."
Oh no, this is maybe not. I see some things over here. I think we are stuck.
I'll pack that.
We need to turn it first, which is probably there in this control.
I'll do it.
How do I go down? Oh, there. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Wait, can I go there actually?
On the road.
No, I don't think so. There is a door. Oh,
Success. The door is blocked from the other side.
Okay,
we
makes
can't
sense.
open it.
So let's go around over here.
On the road. We have to rotate the crane in order to lift the fuel rod into the cooling pool and reseal the reactor.
Okay.
Completed.
Not 100% sure.
We can't rotate the crane. Something seems to be blocking. We can't rotate the crane any further in this direction because the rail is... The generator's running. The crane is supplied with power again and is ready for use.
Okay.
We have to rotate the crane in order to lift the fuel. We can't rotate the crane. Something seems to be blocking it. Maybe we can clear it away. We can't rotate the crane any
I
further
feel
in
this
this
is good, so I
direction
can go
because the-
here basically.
Let's do this.
So let's go back. Well, basically, I want to go over here. How do I go
On the
there?
road.
Sometimes this game is not so easy to manage. So
I'm in.
doesn't feel like I had a good idea, but I did manage to
On the
go
road.
up. Now if I go all the way here, yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I just
Accomplished.
needed a second to get there. Then we're gonna want to open the door. Yep,
On the road.
the door is open. Then we have a crate, let's take it.
I'll
Let's
take the
move the
crane
strap
rail is
first.
unobstructed. Now we can rotate the crane further in that direction.
Okay, so I need to go back
On the
down, I
move.
guess. Or I can just go here. Go down. Go back to the control.
We have
Okay.
to rotate the crane in order to lift the fuel rod into the cooling pool and reseal the reactor. Now we can use the crane to lift out the fuel rod and lower it into the cooling pool. Afterwards, we have to seal the reactor.
Okay.
Success.
And how do I go put
The
it down?
generator's running. The crane is supplied with power again and is ready for use. Success.
It says success, but it doesn't look like a success.
Now we can use the crane to lift out the fuel rod and lower it into the cooling pool. Afterwards, we have to seal the reactor. Success. Cooling pool. Afterwards, we have to seal the reactor. It worked. It worked. The fuel rod has been removed, but radiation is still leaking out from the reactor. We
Okay,
have to reseal it. Unfortunately, the old lid is unusable.
that's
Success.
fine. I have that.
Good work. The
Okay,
readings on our Geiger counters are already dropping. We did it.
so we had to take the rod, put it on the pool, I think it's called, and then bring it there.
Let's go.
And it is, we're at 100%, so let's exit. I'm a bit disappointed that we're not getting
All
basically
the
free
fuel rods have been
electricity.
removed and the reactor and the old nuclear power plant is sealed. That's going to appreciably lower the radiation exposure in this region.
Yeah, slightly disappointed we didn't
I'm
get
at
tons
the
of
wheel.
energy from this, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, and yeah, we have done many of these quests now. That's great. Ah, this one needs to deliver. Where do you need to deliver? I think
All
it's here,
clear.
no?
All clear.
Yes.
Thank you very
Okay, so most of my guys are now super happy. Let's make sure we get the final resource out of this generator.
Let's
And now
go.
we'll see that we are done with all of the expeditions, right? All 3 bridges, 17 out of 17 of all of them. Research, 100% done.
I'm at the wheel.
Let's see, we have now a few more people and we have a mission,
Want to
water
increase
supply. Sure, let's do this. For the next route, always a good idea. But most importantly, I need to continue increasing my production of iron, which means a lot of people over here. Okay, we're flat. We are finally flat, but we're down on the iron. I need a couple more people, and we're gonna need also more people on tools. So let's continue upgrading some of these houses to the top level, right, to houses. And then there is one more critical production we haven't done over here. This is the lead vest, which will take again some of these cloth, but we'll also take
Here we go.
lead,
The first drops have already...
which is something we've never done before. So let's go. Where are we doing already our... It's over here that we're doing our clothes, right? Yeah. So let's put it here. And we said we're gonna want lead, which is this building there, which needs to be close to the landmine, of course, right? It's not... oh, it is. It is a building that people don't like to be near to, so we're gonna put it more over here. It does need a depot and a road, of course, like everything else. Let's put it right before we forget. Okay, as I said, we're gonna need also a couple more people. So it may be good to have everybody here into a house level We may have to bring a bit more food. No, we're looking good. We're looking good. So this has been produced. Let's put one person for now. I see my coal is going down. We're gonna need also to boost the tools. Don't I have tools there? No, I don't have tools there. Okay. We have tools only here. That's fine. Let's go back into positive. Let's make sure here we'll continue going back positive. So this is up, this is flat, and this is making just one less than 1 per minute. So it's better than nothing. So it is. We have now starting to make some lead. So let's change this into the lead vest and put one person on it. Okay. So with even just one person making lead vest, which is probably not going to be that much, right? 2 per minute, already put our lead into negative. So we need to put one more there. Okay, now we're back into positive. So yeah, it is, ladies and gents. I think we are now producing every single resource in the game. I don't have latex and copper ore here, but we have it in other cities. Same for all of these. Yeah, we're making every single resource in the game at this point. So this is great. We have basically finished the game, but the episode is not finished. Why? Because there is one more challenge for us. What is this challenge, you ask? Well, let's get all of the achievements. There are 32 achievements right now, and just with this let's play, we've gotten 56% of them. There's a couple more we do need. The first one is start your first expedition before settling on a zone. You know, if you don't know this, you're never gonna do it. So we're gonna have to restart the game for that one. We can do that one last. Then 500 settlers in one session, so we're gonna need to increase our population. 5 transport routes, 1000 settlers. Okay, that's getting actually a lot. 6 zones at once, 10 access points, 10 rain collectors. Maybe let's do that one first. Right, 10 rain collectors, probably not hard. In particular, I'm pretty sure you don't need anyone for this. So let's see. Let's put them over here. It needs a depot, but that's okay. We can put a depot on this side. How much is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And then we're just gonna put a water depot close by. Here it is. So that's the first one when they're all built. Alright, like this one. Why are you taking so long to finish? Here it is. So yeah, when they're all built, we should have, there's 4, 6, 8, and next, move 100 settler in a vehicle. Yeah, I think what you had to do is actually give them some water and food when you move them. But instead of just moving people randomly, what I'm going to do is start going for one of the other mission, which is we want to get 6 cities. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 2 more. And then I also want to continue doing these ones. Yeah, let's go there. And this one you can do.
Nice to see you.
Let's see.
The finest.
Okay, so where do we need to deliver it? All the way there. This one I don't need to do mission. We're already at the max. And actually, yeah, we're at the max too. Yeah, we're also at the max there. And are we at the max on this one? No, that's the one we're gonna need to do just now. Okay, we have deliver people there. Okay.
All clear.
Okay, and there is one more we need to do. So
hopefully our supplies will be enough to last.
Maybe this one. Yep.
All clear.
There is some iodine and some swamp and fertile, so it's better than nothing for sure.
What's the plan?
Then here we want to deliver these. Deliver these. Am I still not getting
Where are we going?
that bonus? We have a drive here for 20 minutes. I think we'll be... Ooh. That's gonna be just, but you know, if we stop this, we'll be totally fine. Yeah, 620 minutes, that's 12, and this is not even 20 minutes. All good there. Same here. Yeah, totally fine. Okay, so we have the maximum here, we have the maximum there, but we don't have the maximum here yet. So let's do that one. We need to pick up something first over here and then deliver it somewhere. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, here we can do a new city. Great, love
now
it.
we need a place where we want to build our town center.
It's a good question. There is here, I think we're gonna want to do the industry between those two. So let's probably put it more over here. Okay.
I'm happy to give you a hand. At my
So we're gonna want to build the whole thing, but before we do, let's focus on a few other things. Alright, finishing
All
over
clear.
here. Again, I'm a bit surprised on why I'm still not
I'm at the
getting
wheel.
this bonus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send them to this new city here, and here we're gonna build tons of new houses. Now wait, we should probably start first with making some productions. So let's go with 1 water, 1 food, mortgage. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Okay, yeah,
We
let's-
don't have much water left.
Yeah,
What if it's not? No one
that's
likes to
okay.
make that kind of decision.
don't worry.
But after all, in this case, it deals with our survival.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna want the road in the future too. Wait, can I go through? No, this is a mountain. I was like, what is that? That is a mountain, ladies and gents. You can't go through a mountain. Okay, we can do it later. Here, let's quickly get that thing.
New
And then
instructions?
where do we need to deliver it? Deliver it back, I think, usually.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're fine. Fine. Ooh, this has decreased quite a lot. There's only 6 minutes left, so we'll be okay.
New instructions?
Let's make another one there, and that should be number 6.
Now we need a place where we want to build our town center.
Oof. I don't know. Because industry will probably want over here, so let's put it. Yeah, we're not gonna have a lot of space. Now, I do have
I'm
to
happy to
say
give you a hand.
that, to be honest, you don't actually need.
We just had to give up on one of our settlements. No one's there anymore who could.
Hey,
Yes.
your people are in bad.
So this is a failed settlement. You know, there's nobody left, but that's okay. I don't have to have people everywhere. Let's focus on having people here because this is a big city, and check some of the other things we're supposed to do. So we're supposed to get for sure some water and some food. So let's start those two. Then we go into positive. No, still not. Wow, we're still not in positive with one of these. Okay. And I can't build that one or that one. Damn. We're gonna need to send some advanced resource pretty soon. But before I want to make some houses. Oh no, we can't actually.
Well, the Saracens' business is
Here it is. One more reach trust level of 100% with all traders.
I'm
So
at the
that's
wheel.
something. Now, as we saw, we need some wood if we want to survive. What do you got there? Let's get some wood, some scraps, some tools, and this.
I'm at the wheel.
And yeah, I'm gonna need to send a couple of other resources ASAP to make
it.
more advanced stuff. But first, I wanted to also check together what what other goals we
All
have
clear.
in this mission. So we need to get 1,000. Yeah, 10 access points. We can do that just now. 10 swamp farms. We can do that too. 15 transport routes. Okay, I guess I can create fake ones. A settlement on every zone. 10 vehicle workshops. Okay, so 10 vehicle workshops. Where is that? Nope. Nope. Where is that? Ah, here. So it costs a lot of resources, and it needs to be on a thing like this. So it's actually not so easy to put that many, but we're gonna try. Okay, that's one. Let's see if I manage. 1, 2, 3, and I only have 1, so we're at 4, 5. Okay. 5. Yeah. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, damn. Oh, it's fine. Put it here. And 10. Okay, so they need to be built, right? And as you can see, it is costing so much that there are 2 that I don't have enough bricks for. Okay, good thing is no,
The
we're not.
water is running out. If nothing changes,
Wait, where is it running out? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. There's only 2 minutes left. No, we won't be fine. What happened? How is that possible? I never touched
we
anything.
don't have much water left. What if it's not enough to survive the coming drought?
I need
We
to
could
do
ration
something
water.
about this.
Then the supplies. No one likes to make them.
Yeah, I could have sent some water, but it's fine. If they do rationing, we'll be fine. So what was I saying? Yes, that my
What's the plan?
bricks are over here. So we need to take, and let's take also some people to go do this last city. No, actually, I don't need this. I just want bricks. Actually, maybe this is not the last. I think there are 2 more that we need to do. That's okay. We are gonna do that. Okay, what else? Here we said let's bring some resources.
I'm at the wheel.
Let's deliver all of this. Okay, depots are full. We need to put ASAP some stuff. Yeah.
The timber.
We take a
So first we want some houses. I'm gonna start with the basic ones. And remember I said we should put the services in the middle first, but you don't need services everywhere. So here, if I put it over here, should be fine. Okay, 4 houses should be a good start. Not 4, 6 should be a good start. Okay. They do tell us also to get started on wood, and I'm gonna get started on wood over here. But I'm gonna put 3, 1, make sure we have you know, more trees coming in the future. What else? We have a ruin. Yeah, we'll check that out in a sec. Let's deliver these people. No,
New instructions?
this one was
Glad that worked out.
here.
It's important that we live in harmony.
Okay, so we've restarted. Water supply,
want to increase-
sure. Let's do this. But more importantly, I wanted to restart this one until we get. Oh, we're so low on population, yeah, because I've been moving people around. But they will come back. They will come back with just normal growth. Okay, let's create city here.
Now we need a place where we want to build our town center.
Let me help. Together we'll build a
Okay, I think we're gonna keep that one. It's fine.
The renovation is complete. Engine running.
What else? We needed to deliver. Where did I put my vehicles? No, I don't know where it is. Let's look. Maybe.
New instructions?
No.
What's the plan?
I don't know where my vehicle with the bricks went. One more city, and that's I think the
Now we need a
last.
place where we want to build our town
Oh,
center.
I don't have lots of space.
You've got a new project, right? Oleg could be.
Yeah, it is create a settlement on every zone of the map. Now we need to make sure that these zones survive. So definitely a bit of water is the first thing. Or should I put it there? Sorry. Because over here it's going to be a nightmare to get a road in or depot in. But here should be totally easy. And then we're going to go with one of these next door. We need a food storage. Oh, we're low on bottles. Okay, my bad. Oh, and we have reached 500, so we just need to double that now. I've just delivered also a bit of these bricks, and so we should be able to do the last 2. Then we can delete them, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we're missing also iron. Interesting. So iron we're producing here. We are also producing
I'm at the wheel.
on this one, and we have 400 of iron there. So
We just had to give up on one of our settlements.
what?
No one's
Oh,
If
it
your
must be that
situation
one here.
doesn't improve pretty soon, you won't be able to buy
Everybody
anything from
died
me
here.
anymore. Let me help.
But the good thing is we have 11 corpses. Now you may be wondering, why is that a good thing? Because there is a mission with those corpses. So let's take them
instructions?
and let's go to this merchant over here. He says, let me help, right? So I hope you're gonna help me.
Let's
Let me
go.
show you. You're going to help me by doing something very important. Oh, and by the way, we forgot this mission there. Only 1 minute, so it's too late. But first, let's do
On the
this
road.
here. So we want to
Nice
enter,
to see you.
and
Without
we
you,
want to.
my rusty shop
no.
would be out of business in no time.
Let's keep one. But we want to sell these, and maybe we can sell also some wood and whatnot, and we can buy some scrap, right? Let's see. Actually, that's too much. So 10 is the right. So we're gonna sell
We
it,
are bound by
and here it is. Sell a corpse to a trader. Rest in profit. This was actually the secret one at the bottom that only 0.5% of players have. Not that hard to do, right? But yeah, now we have it. We should definitely start doing some of the other ones like access points and swamp farms. Okay, so we delivered the iron, and with this we should be able to build the final vehicle workshop. I hope I didn't forget any. We definitely do have quite a lot of them, and then we can just delete them all and replace them by, I mean, we can start, I guess. So where is that thing? I think this is also there. Yes, access point. So let's go. I mean, the reality is it's a good idea to have one access point on this side because it's close to the bridge, just here. But to have 10 is not really needed. Okay, so we have finished this one and we got the bonus, so that's great. Oh, not bonus, the achievement. So let's start deleting them, get at least some resources back. And we still have one here in case we do want to create some. So we've done the access point, now the swamp. Oh, there's no swamp, my bad. So this is not where we're gonna do the swamp. But still, it was good to start doing this. So swamp is on this side then. Let's go with that. So we have, where's my swamp? There's 2 here. Okay, so let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure I already have at least 2, so that's 6. I think we already have 7. So 8, 9, 10. They don't need to all work. But let's, I mean, they don't need to work at all, actually, to be honest, until we really need them. Well, we're still negative on the water here. Is it?
If things don't start to change around here, and soon, we're going to leave this settlement. We're not happy here anymore.
Okay, okay. It's true that I didn't give them anything interesting because I need advanced materials for all of those things. So yeah, let me expand a bit this city to try to get us closer to where we need to be. Ladies and gents, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that in theory, I have all of the achievements except the one that we need to restart from. The bad news is I think there's a bug because I should get it, but I'm not getting it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the achievement of 1,000 people. If you look over here, I have 1,000 settlers in 1 session, and people have gotten it, right? But somehow I'm not getting it. You can see I have 200 here, plus 280, so we're already at 480, right? Then we're gonna add over here 300, so we're at 580. No, we're at, 780 already, plus 270. We're basically already at 1,000, and then I have again like 60 over here. 40. Oh, now I just got it. Okay, so I'm way above the 1,000, but I just got the 1,000. I'll show you quickly all of these in a second, but first we have also 14 transport routes. So let's just create one more. To be honest, there is a couple of these that are not that important. They are not really real, but it doesn't matter. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so we're gonna do that one, and it is 15 transport routes. So again, going back here, we can see we are at 31 out of 32. The only one we're missing, if we look over here, is the start your first expedition before settling on the zone. So in terms of the sessions, basically what I've been doing in the time is upgrading all of my cities. You have even the small ones like this, they have now huts instead of tents. They have multiple services, not all of them, they have a lot. We're producing, everything there, all good. Similarly here, a second one that we really built, and with this I'm putting a lot of herbs, a lot of things like this. I've started one over here too, which frankly is not really finished, but as you can see, again, more production, and as much as possible I'm trying to make these self-sustainable. You may see already one trend though, is that in pretty much all of my cities, scrap is going down. And that was the same, this one is fine, but that was the same over here. Then we have, this one over here working fine. Look at this, green all the way. We have even a lot of these super advanced ones. Here, I have 80 people doing nothing. Because, now that we're building tons of super advanced stuff, the reality is you don't need as much people to manage this whole thing. I do see we are in a bit low on the bottle of water, so let's increase this. But yeah, again, a lot of advanced stuff here. Another city, very advanced, right? We have houses here, they're getting everything, and yeah, pretty much everything going up. So all good there. Another one here that is gigantic, good production, everything working well, we're making a lot. We do have one that I haven't touched, is this one, the Devil Forks. People died and we just left them. I could recreate it, but I think we've done enough. We have really covered the game from start to finish. There's one thing that's left for us to do. It is to restart. a new game. I should probably save first. Episode 10, and this time. And you can see that I do indeed take saves from time to time. But yeah, let's click on new game. We can go into the survival mode. And by the way, that enables me to show you that there are actually quite a few different settings, right? Map settings too. We can decide how big, you know, the map should be, how many, you know, sectors. There's kind of a lot of things that you can do. Game settings at the end, right? We can say uncover the map, for example. We can say should maybe have 0 droughts, or maybe there's a lot of droughts. So you can choose a lot of things. But yeah, let's start it. And we need to make sure to not settle, you know, otherwise we're gonna have to restart the game. That would be a shame. Let's not settle, and instead let's make sure that we do a first expedition to get this final achievement. I will be posting one more video in the next few days, which will be my top 10 tips to survive into this game. You know, this is a survival game, so it's not that easy often, and I have developed definitely a lot of great tips while finishing this series. So stay tuned for this, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may want to subscribe to not miss it. So yeah, here it is. We can see here there is one. So let's go start this expedition. I don't
An old Zephyr.
know.
We should take a look around inside. Maybe we'll find something useful we can take with us. This
Maybe.
door can't be forced open. We need heavy-duty equipment to get any further.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Just getting a couple of stuff, and then we can finish
Here's
it.
an old generator. We can.
Oh, not enough space. That's okay. And it is. Start your first expedition before settling on the zone. And so now going back to Steam, 32 out of 32. I don't do that for all games, but it was fun. I had a good time with Endzone 2. It's obviously not the game of the year. They have some work still to be done. There is some innovation, but not all innovation. But yeah, I had a good time. Thank you for watching. Smash like button. See you next time.